Holly here with Cut at Home. Today I'm going to show you two techniques that you can use with chalk pastels. I'm going to use a couple different sets here. All these sets are available at Cut at Home. They do have the pastel chalk. They also have the jewel tones. And they also have the metallic cream chalks available. The first technique I'm going to show you is a chalkboard type of technique. You're going to need a white ink pad. It needs to be pigment ink. I'm using Stampin' Up! Ink. And just take a stamp of your choice. I'm using a Heartfelt Creation stamp. The stamp that I am using is a Classic Rose pre-cut set. The stamped image will look like this. So just ink up your stamp really nicely. And use a dark paper. I'm using black. And I cut a 5x7 piece of dark cardstock here. I may trim some of it off. But go ahead and stamp your image. And once your image is stamped, it'll look like that. And then what you do for the pastels, I'm going to use the lighter pearlescent pastel set. You're going to take this little tool that comes with your set and a little cotton ball, and get some chalk on there, and then don't smear the chalk across your image, just kind of dot it where you want the color. I'm going to go ahead and color in the roses, and then, you know, the petals and everything. You can use different, you can use different colors of the chalk to give it more dimension. And I'm going to continue to color this. So I went ahead and colored in the image. This is how it looks right now. I did use some of the jewel tone pastels as well to make it pop a little bit. Then what you want to do is just kind of blow the image off, and then take a soft paper towel or tissue and just wipe over the image. And this gives you a really nice chalkboard effect. And there's how, there's how it looks after it's wiped off. So that's the first technique I wanted to show you today. And I will show you the second. So the second technique I'm going to show you is another stamped technique. I'm using another Heartfelt Creation stamp, and I'm using Raindrops on Rose's birthday pre-cut stamp. And you will need a watermark stamp pad. I am using Versamark, and I am using the Frost. So again, you'll want to ink your image up really well. I'm also using white paper. For this technique, I would recommend white or light colored paper. Just make sure you ink your stamp up really good. And then the same thing, you're going to stamp your image. And again, I start with the 5x7. You can cut it down so it fits on your card. With the Versamark, it's hard to see your image, but if you look at it, you can tell that it's stamped. I don't know if you can really see it on the video though. And then for this technique, all you're going to do is take your pastels, and depending on what color you'd like to use, I'm going to start here with this purple. And you just rub your pastel over. And you can use a variation of colors on this. So that's how that comes out. It's a very nice technique, very easy technique. And you can always go back and add other highlights in there too if you'd like. With this set, I'm using the jewel tones, the stamped image. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in and add some highlights in. So I did the same thing as I did with the first image. Just wipe it with a soft cloth or tissue. And then you can go back in and highlight things that you like to highlight. But this is a really nice effect too. So these are the two different techniques I wanted to show you with the pastel chalks. They're both very different, both very nice techniques. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, thanks and happy scrapping.